Good morning, everybody. A little later start than I would have hoped for, but somebody forgot to set their alarm last night, didn't they? So luckily I was woken up by somebody walking past me at about 5:15 this morning on this gravelly track, and that woke me up, so that was good. This is where I stayed last night. It's got this cool rustic fence. There's a pit toilet right in the distance there, and then just where that white signboard is, that's where the tent pads are, which I didn't realise. There's maybe like 5 or 6 tent pads cut into the slope, and then there's like a wooden shelter over there for cooking and stuff, and a couple of picnic tables. But me being me, I decided to camp in that little patch of trees there, and it was nice. It was nice and sheltered, and away from any noise or anything like that. Not that there wasn't any noise down here. It turned out to be an incredibly peaceful night. No rain. The wind was non-existent down here. It was just cold. Just really, really chilly. It was the first, well, to be honest with you, it's the first morning for a long time I felt really cold. Stupidly, I've packed my jacket away as well. Should have kept that out, but never mind. So there was at least 3 other people camped down there that I've heard walking past this morning. I think it'll be a busy bit of trail going into Ashland today. Like I say, I believe it's around the 20-mile mark. Beautiful view through there with the hills and the clouds, with the morning sun. Really pretty. Something I've noticed, and it's happening more and more to me on this trail, is how my perceptions have changed over the course of it so far. So I remember the first day, if anybody's watched the first day video, from memory serves, it's about 20 miles from the starting monument to Lake Morena. And a lot of people recommend that you don't attempt that on your first day if you're not used to hiking, because you've got a heavy pack, you're carrying a lot of water, you're probably nowhere near in shape. And it seems like such a feat to get there. I was so pleased with myself that I got there this year, because I was like, well, I did it before in 2019, I can do it this year as well. I'm not going to be defeated. And I started later this year, and still managed to make it about 8 p.m, but it was a pretty tough day. I think if you've seen the video, you'll realise what kind of shape I was in. And then fast forward to now, and I'm super excited because I've only got 20 miles to hike to get to Ashland. It's just hilarious, you know. It's only 20 miles, that's all I have to do. It'll be easy. So yeah, your perceptions of what's possible and what you can do in a day really, really do change. Well, this is just an absolute treat this morning. It is beautiful. Got all the low-hanging cloud over there, over the flatland. Sun's rays just coming through the sort of mist in the valley. I really hope the camera's picking it up as well as I hope it is. It's just stunning. Welcome to Oregon. That's the sort of welcome I was hoping for. Absolutely breathtaking views. Still not really sunk in, I don't think, that I've walked across California. That is one big, long state. I don't know much about the American states, but that's surely got to be one of the longest. I know Texas is huge. California, blooming heck, that just seemed to last forever. Some pretty epic sights along the way as well. It's certainly been an adventure in every sense of the word so far. Well, I've been under the tree canopy for a good few miles now. You come out onto this kind of barren open stretch, and that view from this morning is still there and still looking glorious. Here we are, a little bit more zoomed in. Maybe see a bit more detail. Beautiful colours. So peaceful looking. Well, it's about 9:30 and I have got 11 miles left until the hitching point. So not doing too bad. It's a nice number. The views have been pretty nice this morning. There's an observatory up on the top of the ridge there. And then you still got these kind of shrouded views. Quite a good word actually that for them, shrouded. Yeah, I like that. I've not seen any other hikers, bar one this morning. A guy called Jeff, or Yeti. He's 62, and we were just stood admiring a view together, basically. Stood taking a picture at the same place. It was stunning as well. And we just got to chatting, and he was saying that he's possibly going to write a book about his experience on the PCT. He said he couldn't possibly fill it with his own experience, but he might stand a chance of filling it if he spoke to other people. So he's taken my details, and turns out we're staying at the same motel in Ashland as well. And I did say he suggested meeting up for a burger or a drink or something. I've just passed a little seating area that someone's put out, like 3 tiny little, I think they were like kiddies' lawn chairs. They're just out there in the middle of a hill, basically. and a couple of coolers saying that they contain stuff for long distance hikers. Unfortunately, they were both empty. But someone's enjoyed them and someone's taken the time to go and buy the stuff and cart it all out here and set it up. So there was even a trash bag there. So that was real nice of those people, whoever's done that. Hikers do appreciate all the little things like that. One of the biggest things, I think I can speak for most hikers, is, especially when you're on long stretches, somewhere to get rid of your trash. And I know it sounds like a really simple thing, but oh man, it makes so much difference. It's literally a weight off your mind. Welcome back. It is just before 11 a.m. and I've got a little over 6.5 miles to go until Highway 99. The trail has actually been really, really well maintained. It's been completely clear like this. There's been one or two very, very occasional blowdowns. I think I remember stepping over maybe like 2 trees or something like that. There's a lot of trailheads in the area where it crosses like paved roads and dirt roads, and there's quite a few people out day hiking with the dogs and family members. Stopped and chatted to a few of them. One lady was telling me she was from Bradford. I nearly said to her, "Yeah, I can tell because that's a really strong accent." So she's lived in the States since the 80s, but she's not lost the Bradford accent. I thought it was quite funny. But yeah, I've only stopped so far just to switch some water over. I won't even need to stop to filter any water now because I've just filled my bottle up off the front, and I've still got some left on the back of the pack as well. So that's not bad. 20 miles without having to filter water. It's nice and cool and shaded under the trees, so I've not been sweating like mad like I have the last 1,700 miles basically. Oh yeah, I crossed the 1,700 mile marker this morning as well. So yet another milestone. This area has been littered with milestones. Just been trying to think of what food to buy when I get to town, as I always do when I start getting close. And you know what? I can't actually. Usually something jumps up at me and it's like, yep, I'm buying that. But so far, nothing. Nothing's screaming by me. I'll have to give it some thought. Well, this is just an absolutely unbelievable view of Shasta. I think it's Shasta anyway. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but yeah, that is just spectacular. It's the first kind of real clearing I've had through the trees and the bushes, and it's just basically framed by these trees on either side. It looks beautiful. Start hearing road noise again. Got some train tracks coming up in the next few miles as well. Civilization has returned, along with self-service. So a great big thank you to Minimal Lisa for your support and buy me a coffee. That's real nice of you, and I'm glad you're appreciating the work that goes into the videos. I've got so much to catch up on in Ashland because I've been getting to camp late. I've not been able to do anything, or I've not been doing anything at camp basically. Normally I would be editing or doing something, but no, I've got everything to catch up on. And Chris and Ellen at the book. Thank you very much, you guys. Really nice of you. And nice to hear that you're enjoying the views there as well. When I get back home, I shall no doubt be coming and enjoying some of your food. So I've got that to look forward to. Probably the best meal I've had in about 6 months, I would guess. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Hope you're both well. Good afternoon, everyone. It is 12:50 and I've just made it to basically this first road is the old Highway 99, and then the road with all the traffic on is Interstate 5. And then Ashland awaits me somewhere in the distance. So I'm not too sure how to hitch here, whether you're allowed to hitch on an interstate or not. I think I really don't know. I'll have to see what the comments say on Far Out. I've got a feeling that I'll either have to hitch on the old Highway 99 or walk to like a freeway on-ramp or something like that. I don't know. Figure it out.